Good morning, Houston. Good morning, viewers. Welcome back to the Athletes United Experience here on Edge Radio, where truth still matters. I'm your host, Big Mel, also known as his judgeship master of all that he surveys and final arbiter of all that comes before him. I'm joined today by none other than Ms. Christy Yannick, former professional athlete turned wellness
Puedes poner
practitioner, who's affectionately
sonido
known
más
around
alto.
the Edge Radio networks as Dr. KJ. How are you doing this morning, Doc?
I'm doing well, thank you, Mel.
Wonderful, wonderful. Doc, we've had a lot of guests on this particular program. Our association is global, if you will. I mean, you've competed globally, I've competed globally, and so many of the guests that we brought on, also global athletes. None more so than our current guest today, former NBA big man, former European star, and current global talent developer from Spain to China. It spans the entirety of Europe in many respects and beyond. In all respects to the jam group Funkadelic, he earned the moniker Atomic Dog in the NBA because of how hard he dunked the basketball. So we now respectfully refer to him with the shortened version, AD. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the program this morning, Mr. Audie Norris. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Audie Norris. How are you, AD?
Thank you, Mel. Thank you for having me on your show, man. I've been looking forward to this.
Absolutely. We know that time differential means that it's probably late afternoon where you are. Is that right? Somewhere around 6
Yeah, it's about maybe 10 minutes after 6 p.m. here.
I see. You're in a whole different world, in other words.
Absolutely.
By the way, happy birthday, huh? You're celebrating another birthday.
Thank you.
How about that?
Thank you, man. I've been celebrating all day. Oops. Let me take this sound off my cell phone.
Just
we're good.
Another outbreak of gin and tonic, I would imagine, huh? Right?
Man, look, it's my birthday.
What can we say?
Yay, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Say hello to
I've been celebrating.
Look at that. That's all right. I'll join you afterwards, I suppose.
My man.
We have a few questions for you, Audie, if you wouldn't mind.
Let's get after it.
All right, good deal. You were the first NBA player on all the teams you played for in Europe. How did that impact?
I was.
Wow.
I was, man, and I tell you, I didn't realize the impact of that until later. All the other teams, I mean, playing for the Trailblazers in that sense, man, really elevated my image, my career here in Europe. And my first team in Europe was with Bennett on Treviso. And I was the first NBA player to play with that team.
I see.
And then after that, you had all the other players that come through there: Orlando Woolridge, Tony Cook.
Wow.
A slew of other well-known European and former NBA players played for that club. And then after that was FC Barcelona. You had FC Barcelona, and you had guys like Kornisovic, who's the GM now for the Chicago Bulls.
Sure.
And Sasa Djordjevic, who was and I think he's still the current head coach for the Slovenian national team, if I'm not mistaken. Well, and the Serbian national team. No, I'm not sure, so don't really quote me on that.
That's all your players you haven't been.
You had a lot of players that come through, and with Nikos Petisteri in Greece, man, you had a lot of other former NBA and European professional players that played for that team. Yeah. So my career was kind of a trendsetter for these clubs to open up their clubs to the rest of Europe.
That's interesting. Now, during your NBA time, you were a teammate of Houston's own Clyde Drexler, were you not?
Yes, yes, Clyde the Glide, man. When Clyde came into the NBA, man, he was what we call raw. He was raw, a
Yeah,
raw talent.
yeah,
He wasn't the Clyde Drexler that you saw in the later years with the Blazers,
sure.
but he was raw. You could see he was young, energetic, and had a lot of potential. And they stuck with him and let his talent develop over the years. But
Hmm.
that's my man. He's still my guy today. We still conversate through social media and talking directly by phone.
He's one of those human beings that's true to form. Uh, Everything that people say about him absolute holds to form when you meet him and when you know him. I've known this kid since he was 17 years old, and he is
Stand
one.
up guy, man. Stand up guy for
No
sure.
doubt, no doubt about it.
So tell us, now that you're retired, tell us what you're currently involved in.
Well, now before the pandemic hit us, I'm currently the NBA ambassador for Europe. So we, being the ambassador, we go around Europe and do a lot of clinics, NBA cares, and basketball clinic for the youth in a lot of different countries: Portugal, London, Italy, Greece. Um, Jeez, man, I've been in so many countries. The NBA ambassadorship here, um, it's been an awesome experience with that. So, and also I've been developing players in China. That's been for the last 4 or 5 years. Been doing that, working with different groups in China like Jump 10 and King of Kings, and did some coaching with the CBA league in Foshan. My whole philosophy and career has been developing young players,
There you go.
and that's what I've been about. And
Well,
I love doing it, and I love giving back to the game in that aspect. Been doing
positive.
camps in Greece, in China, Italy, Senegal, all throughout Europe, and whenever this pandemic lifts, I'll get back to work.
Yeah, it's super cool. So you're like leaving your little legacy in the
Yes, yes.
No doubt, no doubt. It's been really great and humbling experience since I moved back to Barcelona
Well, I heard
about 9 years ago.
about 9 years. I see.
Yeah.
Well, I heard the current commissioner of the NBA, Adam Silver, refer to you as the European ambassador to the NBA, and I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know if that was some overhyped, fictitious title, or if you just, sort
Oh
of
no,
thinking that.
it's for real, man.
God,
We try to reach the kids at the grassroots level
yes,
and
sir.
develop them and give them a head start on the philosophies of the NBA. Because as you know, we got a lot of players in the NBA now, and we trying to reach them early and keep this international connection with the European players going good.
Well,
Um, we got the Luka Doncic there. We got Chris Porzingis with
no
Billy
doubt.
and Gomez. Those are guys that I actually coached, except for Luka. I coached with Chris Stapps and Billy and Gomez in Sevilla, and when I was coaching there, and it's a lot of talent here in Europe, and the NBA definitely wants to cultivate that talent at a young age, and that's what the NBA Ambassadors Program is about.
Well, that's quite
Yeah,
fascinating that you had anything to do with Chris Stapps and Gomez. These are meaningful big men in the league. They make an impact.
absolutely.
So,
Chris Stapps is now with Dallas. Before he got to the league, we hooked up at the right moment before he got to the NBA.
uh-huh.
I mean, the coaches in Spain did a great job developing him at a young age, and I think when I got connected with him, it was the right moment for him to make his jump to the NBA. And our conversation was, what was it like? What's it going to be like playing in the NBA? So I'm giving him all of the information that I know as far as things that he's going to probably encounter in the NBA, from playing on the court, teammates, locker room, girls, people coming at it, all aspect of the game. And he had Billy, I call him Billy, and then Gomez. They both were just soaking everything up that I gave them like a sponge. So those guys are having successful careers in the NBA now, and I'm really proud of them. And,
that's fantastic. This has truly become a global game.
That's what it's about, man. Giving back as an ambassador.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Why do you continue to live in Barcelona and not in the States? Give us some insight there.
Man, I played for FC Barcelona from 1987 to 1993, and it was an awesome experience for me. I've always felt connected to the city, to the people, to this country. It's just something I can't explain. It just felt like I was always at home being here. So I always said, back then that, man, I would love to retire and move back here and live, because the lifestyle here is so laid back, and it was conducive for the way that I like to live. So, I learned Spanish the hard way. I didn't study. I was just hanging out with my friends, and they correct me when I say things wrong. They still correct me when I say things wrong today. But it's been a great experience, and I love the culture. I love the food. I love, Spain. Being in Spain, man, I'm on a vacation every day.
Think about that.
Think about people, they leave the States and want to come here to vacation, see Spain, man, and I get to see it firsthand every day, and I love it.
Well, from some of the pictures and images, you're certainly not having a problem with the culture. That's pretty clear.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm waiting on you, though, Mel. You told me you're coming, so I'm waiting on you.
I know I'm coming. My God, something always gets in the way. But listen, you were there during the time the Dream Team arrived, correct?
I was, yes, yes.
It had been experience.
It was 1992, and that was the year. Actually, when I was here, that was the year I didn't play with FC Barcelona. I was injured because I had a torn rotator cuff. So during the summer, I was in rehab all summer long, but I was attending every game with my arm in the sling. My arm was in the sling for about 6 months. It was propped up with this cast, but man, I wouldn't miss a game for nothing. And that was a great experience to be able to see the Dream Team play against Yugoslavia and Spain and all the other countries here in Barcelona. And man, you don't get an opportunity like that every time in life, so you take advantage of it when you can.
Yes. You knew most of those guys that played against most of them. That had to be one heck of an experience. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. I got to see a lot of those guys, when they were here at the hotel, and I hung out with them. So it was great. Charles Barkley, Clyde, and Magic, those guys, Larry. I saw those guys when they were here doing the Dream Team.
What?
I call it the Dream Team Massacre, man, because they massacred everybody when they came.
It was decidedly lopsided from the outside. I don't know how that was put together.
The greatest team ever assembled in history, man. For real.
You have to say that.
Yeah, so it sounds like Spain is a great place to live. Tell us about
it is.
Tell us about the healthcare system there and how it benefited your health.
Oh, for me, that's one of the greatest benefits of living here in Europe. The healthcare system here is awesome. I've had two total knee replacements since I've been here, and it hadn't cost me a dime.
What?
I had with the public healthcare system here, they took care of everything because I'm a citizen of Spain here and working on my passport as we speak. But man, it's been awesome. All my post-career injuries that I've had all my surgeries here. 2 knee replacements, shoulder surgery. I've actually had 2 shoulder surgeries here. one back in '92 and one recently a couple months ago. So it's awesome. I don't know what the hell's going on with the healthcare system in the States, but here, man, it's awesome. No copay. I just pay my premium and I get everything I need here. So it's been great. I tell you.
You mean the Spanish healthcare system has rebuilt the atomic dough? Is that what you're telling us?
There you go. There you go. I got one more surgery to do. I got an elbow surgery that's been nagging me, a tennis elbow. I'm gonna get it done also, man. I'm getting recreated so I can get back on the court.
Body reconstruction.
Yes.
Yeah. So you also work for the NBA as an ambassador. Tell us about a little bit about your work as an ambassador with the NBA.
Say it again.
You also are an ambassador for the NBA, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So tell us a little bit about your work as an ambassador.
Well, like I said before, we are commissioned to go to different countries and perform camps and clinics for the youth in those countries. I go to Praga. I go to London, France. Go to Italy, Greece, of course here in Spain, and excuse me. And we do a lot of basketball clinics and 10 hospitals and do a lot of community service events for those communities and the kids and youth. And when I say kids, I mean it's from age maybe 6 to 18 in those communities. And we do camps and those events that trying to bring the mentality of the NBA and fair play to the youth. Sure. And it's been awesome.
Super cool. So you're very much passionate about the younger generation, kids. You have 4 of your own. Super amazing. And then
Absolutely.
You also have one adopted daughter named Sasha.
Yeah.
And she's now playing professional basketball. Tell us a little bit about her.
Yes, man. Sasha is my adopted daughter, and my other kids also play basketball. Also, I have one that played at Texas Southern University, and another one, my oldest son, played at Millsaps University in Mississippi. My other daughter played high school basketball, but she was super feminine, so she really didn't want to play after that. But Sasha has been in my family since she was like 12 years old and been with me ever since. And I saw her, she was a little chunky kid when I saw her play in junior high and high school. And she played for my AAU team. And, from there, she's been with me ever since. She's been in my family ever since. And, her parents and, entrusted me to train her and take care of her. And, years went by and she has still been with me. So Sasha ended up graduating high school and got a full scholarship to Georgia Tech. And she played there for 4 years. And after she finished with Georgia Tech, Sasha was drafted the first round, number 12 pick by the Indiana Fever. And her rookie season won the championship in the WNBA. Wow. And I think she stayed with them 2 years, and then she got traded to the Chicago Sky, and they got to the NBA championship with the Sky and lost in the championship with them. And now she's playing in Turkey, and she's been in Turkey for the last 3 years. So her career has taken off. And one of the good things about Sasha playing in Turkey is she don't have to call me for money anymore. She got
There
her
you
money.
go. There you go.
What an amazing
I know that's a thing of
addition.
pride.
That's beautiful.
That has to be a thing of pride. It's
It
23
is,
minutes
man.
after the hour. We're
I'm
talking with.
super happy with all of my kids.
Oh yes. Oh yes. 23 minutes after the hour. 25 minutes after the hour. We're talking with Mr. Audie Norris, not only impressive former NBA big man and power forward, but has become something of an international impresario, as it turns out. And we'll be talking about more of that to him after these commercial messages.
We work our whole lives to support our families. With one accident or illness, it can all be gone in an instant. Now there's a smart, affordable way to protect your family. Go to findhealthbenefits.com and discover low-cost life insurance for as little as $2 per month. Add to that a tax-deferred annuity that can help you protect your assets and grow your money for retirement. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. A critical illness can strike without warning and wipe out your life savings. In fact, it's the #1 reason for bankruptcy. Find Health Benefits offers an affordable solution. Get up to $50,000 if you get cancer, stroke, or a heart attack, giving you the peace of mind to focus on getting better while the plan helps you to pay your bills and medical expenses. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. 66% of seniors spend more time shopping for cable TV than Medicare plans. Most say because it's just too confusing. Laws change every year. The wrong plan could cost you thousands and prevent you from seeing the doctors you want. Introducing FindHealthBenefits.com. Save time, save money, see specialists without referrals. Go to FindHealthBenefits.com or call 877-235-6094 for this informative brochure.
Society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio, because truth still matters.
And we're back. After this united experience, this platform has brought us a great many interesting people, and we're talking to no less today with Mr. Audie Norris, better known as the Atomic Dog. Audie, we have very little time left, so I want to ask you an important question. The European basketball world has labeled you as the best foreign player to ever play for FC Barcelona. How does that make you feel, big fella?
Man, it's I tell you, it's an honor. It's an honor because I hear it and I see it every day that I walk the streets of Barcelona or throughout Spain or throughout Europe, because everywhere I go, everybody associates me with FC Barcelona.
Sure.
And when I go to the games here in Spain, man, it's like I'm still a player. I get the ovations that Michael Jordan would get when he entered an arena, or Magic Johnson or whatever here. So it's awesome, man. I've been very much appreciated here, and I've always appreciated the fans when I played here. So that's always been one of the reasons why I moved back here, because the fans, the people have always made me feel at home. I felt welcome here. I felt like I was one of them, and it's been an awesome experience to be back here and to be considered one of the best players to ever play for FC.
Oh, no question.
Barcelona.
No question.
No doubt. No doubt.
Well, AD, thank you for joining us today and allowing us a broader look at your lifestyle and your perspective there. Say hello, please, to Mr. Norris. I know you guys have plans for this weekend.
I would definitely do that, man. She
Absolutely.
is really giving me a great birthday today. She's a professional photographer also, and she's
Yeah.
taking some great pictures of me today. And I tell you, I struck gold when I met her.
No question about
that's,
that.
that's my
No
girl.
question. I think you're married up, big fella.
No question, man, no question.
Indeed. And keep a
and,
bedroom available for me if you would. I'm coming.
I'm
Post-COVID.
waiting for you, big fella.
Looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
All right, man. Thank you for having me on my show. On your
Indeed.
show, you guys have been awesome, and much continued success to you all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and happy birthday. Enjoy your day.
Thank you so much. I love the setting of you guys. I like that. And good stuff.
Due largely to Dr. KJ. I have to give her all the credit.
Well, credit is well deserved.
Thank you very much, Audie. And
Thank you,
we're
guys. Enjoy. Happy holidays.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You as well.
Bye.
Hello, I'm Carlin Charleston, Executive Director of Erase Races, and I want to take this time to invite you to an opportunity to change the world. Perhaps you're too busy and too preoccupied to help change the world, but please take the next 2 minutes to listen to how we plan to do it. The divisiveness and bitterness observed in our country today is not a coincidence of the current administration or any administration before. It is also not a product of a singular or multiple infractions by a zealous or racist police force. No, the race problem precedes the founding of our country. Our very history speaks in racial language, and most everything that happens in our society now carries with it racial baggage. It simply does not have to stay that way. The Erase Race campaign has only one objective: the unifying of all Americans, and that without regard to the color of their skin. This is a difficult challenge because of our history, but we can do it if we believe. If we believe that Martin Luther King Jr. was right when he said, "We are tied together in a single garment of destiny," we can do it. We can do it if we believe the founding principles upon which our country was built, that all men are created equal, we can do it. And if we believe that God did in fact make all nations of men from one man, and that we are all therefore part of one family, one race, then we can do it. Yes, the task is monumental, but the reward is worth the challenge. If you would like to join us as we change America and inevitably change the world, go to eraseraces.com, sign up today, and welcome to Erase Races, because there is only one race and you're in it.
Are you a small business owner concerned about the downturn in the economy? Top business leaders like Mattress Mac and Warren Buffett will tell you that now is the time to promote your business more than ever. People need your services. Your business needs an edge. Learn about special advertising packages for small businesses right here on Edge Radio. Find out more, give us a call at 281-744-0446. That's 281-744-0446. Edge, because truth still matters.
Welcome once again, Athletes United platform on the Edge Radio Networks for Truth still matter. I'm your host again, Big Mel, also known as his judgeship master of all that he surveys and final arbiter on anything that comes to play. We have a co-host today that's also very special. Speak to her as Dr. KJ. She's Christy Yannick, former world championship fitness model and bodybuilder, and she has turned wellness practitioner. I'm very proud to have her as our co-host today. How are you doing, KJ?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me.
Fantastic. Guests on this show have varied from people in the arts to literature to music to medicine, if you will, and sometimes in exotic retail. Proud to have someone.
See, I was none of those.
Those things. Tell us about it, Doc.
Yeah, so I want to welcome our incredible guest here today, William Bennett. He was an experienced platform manager with Porsche, Lamborghini, Rolls-Royce, and McLaren for many years, having led Indigo to #1 as a premier Porsche dealer. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome William Bennett. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Yeah. First of all, I can't wait to get a nickname like you guys do. No, but yeah, you pretty much nailed the big part of it. I've been involved in highline sales and for the last 20 years, and just finally decided to kind of go on my own and do my own thing. And just when you do these things, somewhere along the way, be a car salesman, even if you're a manager, whatever, you're a car salesman became like a bad job, like a bad word almost, right? It's like you would rather tell people I'm just unemployed than sell cars, right? And it's just like I hated Christmas, and it's like, I came to the point where it was just like you always kind of see things and how to make things better, and it just, a lot of people just forget it's like, so it's relationships, right? And that's kind of like my whole career. I haven't moved around a lot. I've literally had 3 cars in the car business in 20 years, which is unheard of. And it's like, and my entire career literally ended up moving about 50 feet, like, and landed up in the exact same place. But, and that's one of the things, it's just people forget that it's just a relationship business, in a world of, I paid, people tell you how much they paid for their house, how much they paid for their clothes, and how little they paid for their car, right? And at some point, it's just kind of got diluted and cheapened, and it's just, and for me, it's just, I'm a firm believer that people pay better for better service, right? It's kind of, you can buy a shirt on Amazon, or you can go to, Neiman's and pay twice as much and get the treatment. I want to go get the treatment, and it's just kind of, it's one of those things in an age where you spend every dollar on marketing, this, that, to get people in your store, and they forget about the customers you already have there, right? Which are the easiest ones. So you just, just get into cultivating those relationships. And when I left, my platform to do my own thing, it's kind of, they followed me, because they bought me, not the cars. So it's just kind of a different way to look at the business and try to make it better, and just, it's now, it's literally, I do deals that are $1 million on handshake, and it's just because they trust you. But it takes years to build up that trust and stuff. But and some guys I wouldn't trust for $10, but it's like I don't have to do business. That's the beauty, is you get to pick who your customers are too. Like I don't have to sell people things, and vice versa. It's different. So
yeah. So going from being a salesman to these amazing exotic car companies to now owning your own amazing exotic car company.
Owns his own.
Right.
Elite Exotics in North Houston.
That's right. That's right.
What is one thing that you are most proud of about your company?
Oh, it's fun, honestly. It's like just, you get there early every day. It's like I was always the guy, first one there, last one to leave. And I still do it at mine. It's mostly work harder for this years now, right? But it's just nice to go in there when it's quiet in the morning, just kind of take it in. Like that's kind of that's my proudest moment every morning. So, yeah, it's nice to own something.
Well, being a well-known car salesman, I don't know if that's the proper label, but
I've been called worse.
You've been called worse.
Actually today, so.
But you're so cars.
Walking up the stairs.
We've had the opportunity to work with some pretty fantastic people like 50 Cent, 50, come on.
Well, yeah.
Travis Scott, people like that.
Yeah.
Tell us something about that.
No, it's great, and it's like you take care of one and you get the other. It's kind of how it works, right? Like Travis is amazing. Like a lot of people don't know he lives here in Houston. And it's like I send his mom flowers on Mother's Day. It's just like Like, you just cultivate those
No, that's
relationships.
unfair.
It
That's
is.
absolutely.
It's funny, when I called, I was like, I just want to make him embarrassed when he sees the flowers, right? But you know, and you make it easy for people to do that. Like, I've got some great stories, but I just sold from the Breakfast Club DJ Envy. I just sold him a 918, a bright green one. He's got all over again. He tagged us out of our Instagram, which is cool. But just it's countless. It literally just you know, there's some people that I never want to work with again, right? I like working directly with them, not the agents. You know, and the agents are usually more out for themselves. Then, believe it or not, then, but you know, I'll tell you, like, one of my favorites that I ever worked with was, it was actually not, it was his mom. It was Hardin's mom. She's amazing, wonderful woman. Yeah, she's really cool. She tells you real. She's from Compton, tells you exactly how it is, and I love that. And I literally just sat there and talked in her apartment for like 4 hours, and it was awesome. Just one of those connections. So, yeah, cool. But yeah, I go all day, but there's some that you just don't want to deal with, and most of them, 90% of them are amazing. You know?
Yes.
Oh, well, as a CEO, businessman, family man, and wearing all these many hats that you do daily, stress is unavoidable.
Don't even wear hats. But okay.
What do you feel is one of the most important things that you incorporate into your day that helps you feel grounded, that helps you feel centered?
I think just like doing the right thing. Like, if you know, you always tell people straight, right? You know, it's a lot of what I find is a lot of like salespeople, they'll lie, and it's just like you end up covering, like you're just covering it for yourself, this and that. It's like, you know, I've always found you just hit someone in the nose, like good, bad is what it is, and you have no trouble sleeping at night, right? And it's kind of I learned a long time ago, like, do it the right way the first time, or it's going to cost twice as much to fix it. You know, it's like a lot of guys in my industry, it's just $1, right? And I bought cars and lost 20 grand on it, you know, because you know what, it needed this service, this, and it's just things you got to look for. But someone lesser would just try to sell that to someone, be like, you own it, you know. But it's like, me, I'm going to do the work, I'm going to do it all right, and just make it nice. And you know, me and my partner, we get there in the morning, we clean the cars ourselves, you know. We just low operation, you know. It's like these big companies, they'll hire somebody to go send a fax, right? And it's just, and in tough times, whenever you have a lot of employees and stuff, you run into laying people off, you run into problems. And it's just, in the tough times, if you run lean, you'll always survive and thrive. You know, it's whenever you have too much, you end up having to lay people off, and good people, and they're gone, you lose them. You know, and it's just, you know, I just found it's like, I got away from the corporates, like running the Indigo group, was because whenever people became more of a number than like Chris or Cindy or this or that, then it's kind of time for me to go. You know, it's like a lot of times when you get bought out, you lose that secret sauce. You know, it's tough.
So the Indigo group was a conglomeration of
yeah, so it was. It actually it started amazing. Kind of my mentor was, his name is Todd Blue. He was from Louisville, Kentucky, and didn't know anything about the car business. He actually ended up buying Porsche North Houston. Literally, it was like buying it out of the green sheet. I kid you not. And it's not that easy to buy anymore. But this is 10 years ago. Yeah. And it was terrible. It was just a bad store. And he asked myself, another gentleman, to come in and run it. And it was number, I think, 60 in the country out of like 60. I mean, right? I was like, is it even unlocked? You know, but so anyway, so like, but good people, like, you get the right people in there. Like, he does, still to this day doesn't know anything about the car business, but he's an awesome guy. But he knows business, and if you surround yourself with good people that know what they're doing, it's hard to fail. So we put in processes and things. And when I left, we got that store up to number 4 in the country, and we ended up buying, ended up leaving with 13 rooftops, Lamborghini, Porsche, and the stores I ran, Lamborghini Houston, believe it or not, was number 1 in the country. The McLaren store is now number 1 in the country. And it's just, you know, and Rolls Royce, Rolls Royce, you just break even in your life. It's like,
wow.
You don't get that franchise to make money.
From 60 to number 4 to number 1.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yes.
Who's buying these cars, Bill? Who in the world?
Everybody. It's crazy, and it's like.
You have one, Doc? I mean,
I don't have one. And my dreams.
No, but the beauty of the internet is you're not limited to where you are. And the cars I sell are very specific, right? So I may have the one in the world, right? Because it has orange stitching, or it has black wheels or from the
Yeah.
factory and,
Yeah.
and things like that. And that's what fascinates me about the cars is like and people will track down these cars that are like one of one. You get around like the super exotic cars and things, and you learn to look for cars like for example McLaren. It's all hand built, right? And someone that's very like I'm OCD like myself, I probably washed my hands 8 times since I've been here. But it's like if you look at the car, it'll drive you nuts because the gaps don't line up, right? And it's just like the little stuff, and they're hand painted, so the paint's not perfect, but it's just like, but then you drive it, and some people they like, this car's, something's wrong with it. I'm like, no, they're hand built, right?
So the things the average consumer probably would notice.
Correct. Yeah. But it's like, but some people do, and that's just not the car for them, And it's like, like McLaren's kind of the new kid on the block, and it's really starting to kind of get some traction. You have companies like Aston Martin who, like if I didn't like someone, I would tell them an Aston Martin. You know what I mean? Because it's just they were terrible, but now they've been purchased by another company, and now they're starting to have some nice stuff again. It's like they did no R&D for the last 12 years. So it was just literally the same car rebuilt in different leather, this and that, and now they're really starting to take off. It's actually becoming a good brand.
James Bond.
It was James. Well, so James Bond switched to Jaguar for a while.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
And then he said, "Forget it, I'm going back." And then he said, he hasn't made a movie in a while. So there you go.
When it comes to your company,
Mm-hmm.
you have to emphasize this is your company.
Yes.
What you decided is one thing you're most proud of?
Well, it's like I was telling her, just kind of walking in, but it's the neat thing there is I work with like literally is like my best friend, right? So like when it stops being fun, you're in the wrong business. And literally we get there, we have a gym in our place, so we just work out, do this. We have a full bar there, so people want to, it's kind of low key stuff. Like someone comes from like the airport and they just want to, for example, rent a Lamborghini if they're in town with their girlfriend, or if their wife and kids come next time, it's kind of weird what you deal with, right? And it's like they may want like a Cullinan or something like that, and it's just again relationships, what they drink, this and that. We get them picked up, and it's all very private. Like I know who comes in, who's back. They come in the back, pick out what you want to drive. If you want to have a drink before you go, you can do that. Just designated driver, right?
Super awesome.
Yeah.
Gym and a bar in the same place.
Hey, that's it. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But it's all kind of, it's neat how we started was we were both just had left, and after Enda got purchased, and we were like, man, what can we do? And we ended up buying just a couple of slingshots, right? Love them, they're great. And then we're playing golf every day, and we kept renting them out. So we ended up getting up to like 16 or 17 of those. I'm like, man, we need some. Those don't fit that good in my driveway, so I was getting, the HOA was onto it, and so anyways, we ended up getting a space, and we're like, man, let's just get a nice place. It's all indoor, air conditioned, everything. Because like exotic cars, you park them outside, the heat like they'll peel up the dash, the little carbon fiber peels up. And for me, I don't. They're inside. I detail them. Like that's kind of my therapy in the morning. I wash the car, and and we never let them go out dirty or anything like that. Whereas, some other guys in the business, like in my opinion, they kind of do it the wrong way. They, they'll let cars go out with, the tires are bald or whatever, and it's just like, like I said, kind of, it goes back to if you're going to do it right, do it the right way. So.
Is the customer base typically rich or perhaps people in the higher rungs?
No. I mean, it's everything. It's I've got people that I sold a 14 Bentley to a lady who'd worked for AT&T for like 35 years, and just like that's what she wanted. But a lot of people have the misconception that like a luxury car is $200 grand. You get a nice Bentley for 50, 60, right? And it's the older ones are like cheap. They're cheaper to maintain because it's the Volkswagen and stuff. And you don't have to go to the dealership that's going to charge you $200 an hour in labor, right? There's a lot of shops that do it for 80, 90, 100, So, and that's the thing is, I can promise you a $60,000, $70,000 Bentley looks just as nice as a $200,000 one, because that's probably what the new one's worth in about a year after driving.
Doctor, may be a Bentley in my future after all.
Speak it into existence. Yeah. All right. Well, we are going to take a short break here, but when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about leadership and the importance of it.
Are you a small business owner concerned about the downturn in the economy? Top business leaders like Mattress Mac and Warren Buffett will tell you that now is the time to promote your business more than ever. People need your services. Your business needs an edge. Learn about special advertising packages for small businesses right here.
All right, guys, we are back with the phenomenal William Bennett, CEO and owner of Texas Elite Exotics in the North Houston region. Tell us a little bit about where you guys are located, where they can find you on social media, on the internet. I don't know if anybody's interested in renting or buying.
No, absolutely. It's www.texaseliteexotics.com, and we're located just behind Tom Peacock Cadillac on I-45 North. That's 100 North Park Central Drive, Suite 300.
Super cool. Social media.
Yep.
Social media?
Yep, we do. It's
Instagram.
yeah, I don't handle all that. I get my partner to do that, but I can leave you kind of some plugs.
So go to their website.
I'm not an Instagrammer or anything like that. So I just got a computer. So.
Yeah. You don't do Snapchat and.
I know. No, I'm good. I don't do any of that stuff. If it's up to me, we wouldn't even have that stuff. So.
All right. Before we close out, tell us a little long-term goal you have for your company.
Long term is just to kind of develop the company like that I had before, and just it's mine, right? It's I have the privilege of being able to hire whoever I want, and I think that's the one thing. It starts with hiring the right people. You get the people that don't focus on the 1% you do bad, if you mess something up, but the 99% good you do every day, right? And just hire the good people, because it seems like a lot of good people get they work. Like even with me, the only reason I switched to have 3 jobs was you realize it's more about who you know than what you know, right? And it's kind of, if you're not the good old boy system, but you're the best worker, then you're not going to get anywhere in life. And for me, it's like, I mean, if you work hard, everything you're gonna make it. So, but for me, it's just getting the right people. Ultimately, I just want to get it streamlined and then expand out to, hub from here to like Austin and then like Dallas, right? I just shipped 2 cars last weekend to San Antonio, and it's just like once word gets out and you have the car that they like, which I got some cool ones. It's like they'll find you. Yeah. Just getting the word out and building your brand. Like anything. Once you get the brand, then it gets into everything.
Ship 2 cars and make $1 million.
Well, I don't know about that, but yeah. When you sell,
Super
sell
cool.
$200,000 car, don't make $200,000. Not sure you didn't know that.
All right.
Well, we've had a fine conversation with Mr. Bennett here today, and thankful and shared his exploits with us and what he does and who he is and where he is. That matters. And we want to have you back sometime.
You got it. Anytime, let me know.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, everybody. Be back at this time next week to join us on the Edge Radio Network. Truth will matter. We're out.